What's going on, everyone? Unless you've been living under a rock, you heard that the NA servers are moving from San Jose, I believe, to Chicago. And as a guy who lives in California, my first thought was I was pissed because I'm going to have to play with 90 ping. But later they came out and they said it'll be around 40, which is alright, I guess. I've never played with anything higher than 13, as douchebaggy as that makes me sound. I kind of don't want to lose it, but at the same time, the guy who I'm playing with right here, Shard, I believe he plays with 100 ping every game. So if we could both have like 40, I guess, you know, that'd be cool, and it's not a big deal. I know the pro players are being pansies about it, but let's be honest here. The pro players are like 100 guys compared to, you know, who makes the game popular, makes the game sell. You know, not the pro players, we do. So that's the reality of that. They're just going to have to deal with it or move to Chicago, you know. I mean, that's the harsh reality. But I just wanted to say the point that, you know, Blizzard has 3 to 4 servers located all throughout NA, you know. That's not even counting their servers in Europe and Asia and the rest of the world. That's just here. So why couldn't League do that? And here's a gif of what's going to happen when the servers do move to Chicago. And see, I'm all for that. As long as my ping isn't where the East Coast is going to be right now, where it's 90, because I do live very close to LA. I mean, how funny would that be? The servers moved from Chicago, except now it's not the East Coast players that have the problem, it's the West Coast players. That's a Riot thing to do. You know, I don't understand why they just don't buy 2 servers. There's an article, if you want to read it, you can. It's on PC Gamer, and it's from October 29th, 2014, so last year. And it says in the article that League made $1 billion last year alone on microtransactions. Just that alone. That's insane, right? And, you know, I realize that I don't even have the right to complain as a free-to-play guy who doesn't pay anything for the game, other than my point being that I've contributed a lot to the success. I own like 100 more skins. Obviously, I don't know a lot to the success, but, you know, I've helped them. I buy a lot of stuff. So just as a customer, I don't want to see my ping go up to 100. You know, I realize they know what they're doing. I'm not an engineer. I just don't want to see my ping go up to 100 and have to struggle to play ranked from where it is right now at 13. I think that's going to be a big adjustment. As long as they don't go, okay, now the East Coast guys get their turn, now everyone on the West Coast is screwed over as well. That is what I don't want to see. Why can't we just have 2 smaller servers where everybody's ping is 50? Look at that ult by Azir right there. Oh my god, when I saw that in game, I got hype. Man, I couldn't believe that. But I don't know, I could harp on all day about servers, man. It's just, Call of Duty's done it, World of Warcraft has done it, but maybe my other points being that League has 50 million players almost. They just can't do it, or it's too expensive, you know? I don't know. I'm uninformed. I'm just going to have to wait and see. Supposedly, we will be finding out in the next month or 2 months or so. So we'll see then, and I'll make a couple videos about it. I'm sure I will when I have 40 ping or 90 ping or whatever it may be. But let's talk a little bit about this game. Now, this game in the beginning, we had given up. Our team has kind of given off double kills. And you know that feeling that when you're in a game and you just keep hearing double kill, tower has been destroyed, and you just kind of want to give up. That's the feeling we had until I believe they threw it a dragon fight. But I almost forgot one more point. So this is officially from Riot, and this is what it says. Very soon we'll move the NA game servers to a more centralized location in Chicago, Illinois. This move, along with other components of the NA server roadmap, should improve connection quality for the vast majority of NA players. West Coast players will see an uptick in raw ping numbers, right, to around 40, but should also see that uptick mitigated by connection improvements in the form of better overall stability and reduced packet loss. So it's not like we're going to have the same problems as the East Coast. They're actually going to upgrade it, like they said, with overall stability and reduced packet loss. And we've now successfully completed initial testing and are planning for the final move to take place within the next few weeks. More details below. So there will be a link to the PC Gamer article I mentioned and a link to that in the description. If they don't mess up, look at this clutch heal right here by Nami. If this lives up to the hype, if everybody has around 40 to 50 ping, this might be the best thing that ever happened to Riot. Write it down, I said it first. The game's population will probably spike. East Coast players sometimes couldn't even get on the game. The ping was so bad. You know, they couldn't even play. Not just they couldn't play ranked, they couldn't start the launcher and actually join a game. The regions like the Midwest have had problems that are similar to this, and this might encourage more people to actually play the game. And Dota 2 is League's biggest competition, which has actually gained a lot of steam in these past 2 years, which is a little worrying for League players. But at the same time, that's a good thing because it's forcing Riot to do things like this, and it's forcing competition, you know, which I really like. And if Riot can do this, if they can fix the launcher is another problem in itself with bug splat. It's so outdated. It's from 2009. I say this all the time. If they can add the few gameplay elements like the better pings and better champion balancing, the reworks, like I know they're doing, but let's just, like I've said this so many times, but I just feel like it needs to be said again. Stop making so many new champions and balance the ones that are in the game and rework the ones that are in the game. And you can say they have different teams for different things, but have those teams focus on one thing, because all you're doing is you're making champions that aren't even used. Like Bard isn't even used. You know, he's just so out of the meta and people hate him. But I don't know, guys. Anyway, if you want, leave your opinion on these two video clips. Tell me which is better. Obviously, I think I know which one you're going to pick. And as always, this was a rough one. This was a rough commentary. This was a rough game. I had to kind of choose carefully on what words I wanted to use, but I don't know. I feel like I got my point across. But anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed it. As always, thanks for watching. Thanks for commenting. And see you guys tomorrow. Peace.